So last year my Aunt Karen got really into baking, which was a relief because her previous hobby was sending me daily links to conspiracy documentaries. Anyway, she went full sourdough, watched all the YouTube tutorials, bought a digital scale, and named her starter Yeast Witherspoon. At first, it was kind of cute. She would bring Yeast Witherspoon over for family dinners and make us talk to it like it was a toddler. But then, she started declining plans, saying she couldn't leave the house because the starter needs to be fed at 6:03 p.m. sharp, or it gets cranky. Things escalated when she redecorated the guest room for Yeast. She moved in a tiny bed, bought blackout curtains so the wild yeast could rest properly, and even set up a little humidifier. She talked about Yeast's developmental milestones in the family group chat. My uncle started looking tired, probably from being outcompeted for attention by a jar of bubbly flower water. One day, I stopped by and found her reading aloud to the jar from The Great Gatsby, so it will have culture. At this point, I just chalked it up to regular pandemic weirdness. But then, the real weirdness started. She petitioned the HOA to include Yeast Witherspoon in the neighborhood census. She started receiving junk mail addressed to Y. Witherspoon. She even took it to the DMV, where she tried to explain to the clerk that as a living culture, it has a right to an ID. The kicker was the family reunion, when she insisted Yeast take the group photo, and we all had to squeeze in around a small mason jar propped up on a booster seat. The final straw came last week, when she called to announce that Yeast Witherspoon had registered to vote. I asked her what party the starter had joined. She said, "Oh, it's nonpartisan, it just wants to see a rise in turnout."